Complex, we join you from Jerry World, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys.
Cowboy Nation, here are your Dallas Cowboys.
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. Will Reichert will get this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old. They'll run it for the first time with Devontae Williams. And he's going to be hit and drop behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
That's caught by Tolbert, right side. Give them 14 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Second down, Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it with Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. That's good for a Dallas first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground,
and he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Dallas. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead.
Vikings nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really, it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
On play action, here's McCarthy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
They'll put Addison in motion. 3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. That one into the hands of Thielen. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
To the air once more is McCarthy. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. That is Donovan Wilson, the safety, able to time it right and come up with a sack.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. He connects with Jordan Addison. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
They'll motion over Thielen. They'll try and run for the first down with Jones. And he's not going to get there. Wallop right at the line of scrimmage, and now it's 4th down.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. 16 yards on the game and a quick first down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
On first down, right back to Williams. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
3rd and 2. Here we go. Shotgun snap for Prescott. That one on target to Williams. He's got it.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similarly.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw is Prescott. Short throw brought in by Schoonmaker.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. On play action, here's Dak. Working his way across the field. Caught by Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points. With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the 2nd quarter. Cowboys possess the football. They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. As we are ready to get back underway. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
That's another.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Williams will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
I'll tell you what, this offense has come out and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. It's up and good. Cowboys move out on top, 14-0.
Vikings, nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Vikings offense ready for their second possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Demarion Overshown there on the tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
First one for Jefferson. And a 1st down to go with it.
And the Vikings, 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Vikings, 1st down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action now. It's McCarthy. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
From the gun, it's a run. It's Jones. And he's able to push his way forward. A gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. 3rd down coming up.
There is no worse feeling either coming back to the huddle or the sideline after a big drop, and that was a beautifully designed play, perfectly placed ball, and he just couldn't make the grab.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive, this one for 23 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Logan Wilson on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
2nd down and 8. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And now 3rd and goal coming up. To throw, it's McCarthy. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. On 4th down, it's Will Riker time for this Viking field goal. This about as short as you can get. Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. What to do on this drive? 1st and 10. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Dak facing 3rd and long. To the left side, caught by Lamb. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. 1st and 10. Dak to throw. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the Vikings 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. A pitch comes to Williams. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Cowboys.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Williams, touchdown Cowboys. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Vikings 3.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Ty Felton now on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Here's McCarthy. He'll check this down to the running back. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
35-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That one caught by Hawkinson. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they come to the line for first down and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. To throw once more, here's McCarthy. Forced out wide. And he'll avoid the contact, sliding down, pick up 6, and it'll be 3rd down.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice coverage here on 3rd down. They took away all of the outlets the quarterback had. Really left them with no opportunity other than to just throw that ball away. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Here's Ryan right now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. Oh, a miss hit there off the side of his foot, and we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Vikings offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up second and long.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. He'll step up and run.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He'll get this into the hands of Thielen. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
7-yard gain.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Now a handoff, Jones, and he'll take this up past the 40, pickup of 5.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll put Addison in motion. On play action, here's McCarthy. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they had a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Hawkinson in motion. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action. Here's Dak. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On 3rd down, Prescott. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
1st and 10.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
He'll step up and run this. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the 1st down.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
A give, and here comes Williams. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Eric Wilson on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. A shotgun snap for Prescott. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend their 3rd quarter lead. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And he'll be forced out of bounds, just a couple of yards short of the 1st down. That's a pickup of 8.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On the ground, this is Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
If you want to win in this league and have a successful defense, how you perform on third down is critical. Even more so, your backs are up against the wall. The offense finds themselves down in the red zone looking for 6. Those third down sacks go a long way to keeping touchdowns off the board and making them settle for field goals.
On fourth down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This one will be from 37 yards out. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Price now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Here's Jones. Room to run at the 35. And they will finally run him down up near midfield. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
28-yard gain. First down, Vikings.
Again, it's Jones. He'll push forward for about a yard. DeMarvion Overshown there on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 18 for number 18. And a first down.
A gain of 18 on the
Whatever
play.
they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 1. They'll run. This is Mason. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies, but the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass, and I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
He's got a receiver. It's Addison. And he's in! Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Minnesota.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
On now for the extra point, here's Will Riker. He knocks it through, and the Vikings are able to cut into the deficit.
24, Vikings 10.
Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Drive begins with a run by Williams. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Makes it third.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Now a 3rd and 2. Fourth quarter begins, and it's a run by Williams. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take him down for a loss.
On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Now, fair catch, he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. To the middle of the field. Taken in by Addison. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played or struggles with? So they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Little play action here with McCarthy. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 27
They
yards.
get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
A gain of 27 on the play. 1st down, Vikings.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. He's got this on target to Addison. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8
yards. That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That's the run plan. On the corner blitz, he busts in there to make the play.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
He'll try and throw it with McCarthy. And he will score! Game on! J.J. McCarthy! Touchdown, Vikings! He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Will Reichert now on for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Vikings back within 7. It's 24-17. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. And despite a nice juke, we're going to get a yard to show for it. 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Dak. Here's a screen set up to Williams. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They run it once more with Jones. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
There's Jefferson. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On second down, here's McCarthy. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Quick throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. We'll talk things over before third down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Getting hard to hear in here. The noise very loud from the crowd. 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. Time for the deep shot looking for Thielen. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moments.
Yeah! And he's going to pick up the Vikings' first down. They wind up getting 13 yards on that 4th down conversion.
This is a little bit of a tough spot for a play caller, Mike. 4th down, is it close enough that I can run the ball? Is it far enough that I have to risk a pass? That took some courage to call a run play, and fortunate for them, they're able to celebrate after.
And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Here we go, 1st and goal. Running is Jones to the 5-yard line.
Jones again, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Oh, what a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
And of all the sacks they have had in this game, Mike, that's the biggest one yet. That is a big-time play. You know what they say? Sacks end games, and that might have been it right there.
Here we go. The noise is deafening. It's 4th and goal. They'll go. Here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
What a stand there. 4th and goal. Game on the line. It looks like this offense is putting together a game-winning drive, and the defense comes out with the stop of the day.
Here's a handoff to Williams. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are pretty much spoken for.
Brings up 2nd.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go again here with Williams. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout, and they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Third down, they need 5. To a knee goes Prescott, and that should do it. So it's a win for the Cowboys. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys, as we say so long from Arlington.